Oh yes, Harry Kane!
Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim, people. Hello and welcome to Footy Judge Mode. That was an epic show on the football terrace, of course. Hit the like button, people. Come on now. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. Welcome to Footy Judge Mode. I'm not sure if I've said Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. I'm sure I did.
You did.
At the beginning, I did. Alhamdulillah that I did. We always have to start by praising that God's name, of course, Allah's name, of course, and asking Him for forgiveness and blessings for this stream, people. Hit the like button, people. Keep it respectful in the chat, but ask questions if you want. Not shy of answering questions on my own channel as well. I only answer questions on my own channel. I don't answer questions in any other channel. But anyway, unless it's football, really. But big up everybody that is here. Big up for everybody that is here. Hit the like button, people. Subscribe to the channel if you are new, people. There is an echo coming. Martin is joining us. Apologies, Jamie Phillips had a little bit of a medical emergency. We wish him well. Jamie, of course. Big up Jamie Phillips, of course, from Jamie Talks Football. So big up Jamie. Martin is here. He's going to give us time before he goes to the game. Later, of course, to Man City game, of course. I'm not sure what we're here to talk about. Are we talking about how Arsenal are treated differently from the referees? Which is what Martin wanted to speak about.
No, I was just
or we
countering
should
what...
talk about Chelsea. But listen, people, I want all your opinions. If you're watching this on the replay, first thing you do is like the video because it helps the channel. And I want to get your comments after the video about what you think. I try to respond to the comments as well. To be respectful to my community here on Footy Judge Mo. I'm trying to respond to as many comments as I can in the comment section after the video. So make sure to comment after the video what you think. As long as it's respectful, I'm going to respond to it. But hit that like button. Subscribe. And I'm going to I want someone in the chat, you guys let me know, where do we start? Bob Barella is not going to Liverpool, bro. Just give it up. It's not happening. Just give it up, bro. How's everyone doing? Let's start by how is everyone doing in this day today? How's everyone doing?
Yeah, I'm good. Half the week's gone, closer to the weekend.
Of course, you're celebrating a loss. Which is
no. We'll discuss that later. We'll discuss that later.
His manager, I read the news, bro, for the last 2 days. Maresca is proud of the team. Maresca's happy despite the loss. And I'm like, what the F, bro?
You know that.
Despite the loss.
That's PR
Give
for
me
the
a
outside
break.
World. That's PR for the outside world. You know that. It's PR for the outside.
He said that, didn't he?
I know, but it's still PR for the outside world. We all know that, right? We all know that. Inside, he'll be fuming still. Trust me.
But he's not happy?
Inside, I believe every half time now he's not happy. Even when we're winning, he gives them a kick up the backside. And we see a response.
I like this guy. Do you know that? I like this guy. The way he talks in the media. To be honest, Pep Guardiola, a little bit of a wind up, but I like how he treats the media. Mikel Arteta, I like how he talks in the media a little bit.
Yeah.
Maresca, Arne Slot. You can tell the difference between these managers and the fraud of this league about speaking in the media. There's one guy, right, that speaks to the media, and I think, how did you come here, bro? How did you become a football coach? But anyway, I like Enzo Maresca. Massive personality by him, to be honest. I'm sure everyone agrees. The way he speaks in the media, the way he responds to questions, the way I'm sure this guy can deliver a message in the dressing room, 100%. Enzo Maresca has proven a lot of people wrong, bro. A lot of people.
Myself included.
Let's start there. He proved a lot of people wrong. A lot of people wrong, in my opinion. So
I think he might be a little bit like overconfident, or like he he's speaking with an authority that he maybe doesn't yet have. But I don't know if he pulls it off. He pulls it off. It could backfire.
I think you're maybe, but I also think it's just to, it's just to keep the spirits up. You know what I mean? I think he's surprised everyone. I don't care if you're the most ardent, toxic, positive Chelsea fan. There's no Chelsea fan in this world that ever convinced me that they knew Maresca. they knew Maresca would do this, that would start this well or be this good. There's no Chelsea. There's no one's ever going to convince me. I'll call them a liar to their face. There's no one's ever going to convince me. I think we shouldn't be too harsh on people that go and that were surprised, because if we're honest, not only Chelsea fans but other rival fans mocked the appointment to begin with, right? Or they were like, "Can we get this out of the way? We had all the right? We had the right, exactly, all the right. That's what I mean. You had all
this
the right.
notion, surfer, that you were wrong. Bro, the guy had no resume to manage this big of a club and big of a squad. I had all the same as Arteta. You were proven wrong. Arteta's great. Bro, Arteta had no resume to come and fix Arsenal. You're right, Martin. Okay.
Mo, do you remember when Poch was...
You good?
Yeah,
no, Martin. Man City, you're right. You good?
Yeah, I'm fine. No.
You look restless. So is it everything?
No, I'm just listening. I'm just listening.
Yeah.
All week.
But Mo, if you remember the initial chats when Poch was sacked, do you remember the list of managers that Chelsea fans were bringing out that they wanted?
Some people actually went and said, we don't even want De Zerbi.
Yeah.
He's not up to the level. But they want me to say I was wrong by criticizing the appointment.
Yeah.
Give me a break, bro. Give me a...
No, exactly. So that's why I'm saying...
You proved me wrong. Until this current moment, you proved me wrong. But all of you Chelsea fans, 100% were underwhelmed by this appointment. But...
I think, though, the term I would use is pleasantly surprised. I keep using that term, pleasantly surprised, because I didn't know what. People were going, oh, look what he did at Leicester and stuff like that. It's like, how does that work for me in the Premier League? Do you know what I mean? Because the Championship is a total different league to get out of. You have to be brutal in that league to get out of it. Okay, it's the hardest league to get out of. But yeah, pleasantly surprised. But I need a reaction on Sunday, Mo. I need a reaction against Newcastle on Sunday. This proud thing coming out, I don't want that after. I want that after wins. Do you know what I mean? I want it after wins, not defeats. This proud thing is like when your kid finishes 7th in a race and you've got to pat them on the head and say they did well. Do you know what I mean? I'm not for that. Get the win and then say you're proud. That's why I need a reaction on Sunday against Newcastle specifically. That's what.
Let me just Mo. Is that you, Don? On the is that you, Don? Is that my research? Is that you, Don? And we don't know about. Come on now, give me a break. Listen, hit that like button, people. Come on, we got 400 people in the house. Couple of super chats. Nilut Palace saying, Mo, I hope you are okay. I'm very okay, bro. Hope you slept well. Alhamdulillah. I'm not thinking about some struggles. Alhamdulillah, bro. I slept very, very well. Alhamdulillah. I left and I had tea in front of the TV and then I went to bed right away and I was fine. I don't know why. You see me smiling, waking up today. A big smile. Right? Alhamdulillah, I'm about to watch my team play in some hours. Big up, Mo. If Saka are out, we are favorites for sure. 100%. Yeah. Speaking about Liverpool, people. Speaking about Liverpool, how are we looking at this Liverpool thing and how are we viewing Liverpool this season in terms of like the title and the chances of winning the title? Anybody want to take this one?
3-horse race. I said at the start it was a 3-horse race. I don't know why anyone even discounted Liverpool out. Never understood it, but hey, I said it would be a 3-horse race. I think someone will drop out probably April time.
Who do you think it's gonna be? Is it gonna be Arsenal or Liverpool?
Oh, it won't be asking me that.
There has to be. You have to be a team in your mind that you don't want to.
It won't be City.
It won't be City.
It won't be City. I'll tell you that.
No, you have defense. You have defensive problems, and you know that. You conceded a goal in every game, bar the Chelsea game. Every game.
And we've won every game.
Say that again.
We've nearly won every game. I don't know what you want. What do you want me to do? See, I'm not one of these fans who melts down because we concede a chance.
But you consider goals, not chances. You consider. Do you know that you're the kings of comeback in this league? So we had this argument last season about Liverpool being unsustainable. Man City at the current moment are the kings of comebacks. You guys know that. Ipswich, Fulham, Arsenal, last game, you behind.
See, let's
Brentford,
look at context.
5 out of 8
No,
games
Mo.
behind.
Get out of context.
Kings of comeback.
Mo. Right, stop the
City
kings.
facts.
Let's, you know. But what you're trying to do is blow your little
Facts. Kings of comeback. It's a good thing. It's a good thing.
Yeah, right. No, Ipswich, right. They had one shot all game and they scored from it. What did they do?
Did you come back from behind or not? Did you come back from behind or not?
Yeah, we went on 1-4-1.
Yeah, but did you come back from behind though? It's an epic comeback.
One
though.
shot in
Epic,
94 minutes.
It's
90
epic comeback. It's
Right.
epic.
Did you use the word epic? Did you just use the word epic, though?
You see
It
what
was
I mean?
amazing.
Even I'm not bigging it up like
4-1.
No, 4-1, right. Wolves. Was we great? No, but we had total control of the game. They had three.
Yeah.
They had 3 chances. We had 22. Like I said, I'm not going to do this narrative of well, City were poor because we conceded 2 chances. It's Premier League football. It's not Sunday League, ladies and gents. Sunday League teams concede chances. At the moment, we are going with what we've got. No excuses. We're going with what we got in the midfield. No De Bruyne. Foden's got issues off the field. No Ake. They're all back now. There was no Akanji. They're back now. We'll see. We need to get Kevin De Bruyne back. But listen, I'm not going to complain when we're winning games with our spine of our team gone nearly. I'm happy with it. Keep going with it. I'm not one of these. I'm not going to look back in May and go, we play crap at Wolves if we win the league. I'm not bothered.
I've seen a few
Is
City fans
the
complaining
stream all
about that.
right? Someone's, is the stream okay? What do you mean chippy? What do you mean choppy?
Fine for me.
I don't know. Is the stream okay? Huh? Oh, okay. It's okay.
It's not for
Okay.
me.
Go ahead.
I've
yeah.
seen a few City fans complaining about Pep or like his decisions or stuff like that. Is there like okay? Fair.
Matt Martin, I've called my own fan base out
You
this
know
week.
Pep can do no wrong. We all know that.
No, he can't.
We
Of course
all
That's
he
what
know
I've
can.
been
that.
hearing.
No, of course he can do things wrong. But what I'm saying is, look at our bench on Saturday, or Sunday, sorry. We haven't got many options at the minute.
So
Well,
we are
don't
all
speak
right
for
to
me,
speak
you're
about
right.
Man City. So we're okay to speak about Man City and how Man City don't look great at the current moment. Have you had a horrific game? Doku is
But
all
when you
right.
say it's your individual opinion of what's looked great. It's your individual opinion on what you want to look great in. Because for me, 80% of the ball, 23 chances, 3 conceded, and a 2-1 win. I'm sort of, I'm not going to moan about that. Yeah,
I think it's a different style, right, Martin? It's the more control. It's more control and more efficient, sort of like. Do you know what I mean? It's like it's not the free flowing of the pass, but that's maybe due to injuries and stuff like that.
You got to understand. People want when they see Sabio and Doku, they want out and out wing play. The problem is you can't do that when your midfields are combined age of 93 because they're too slow. As I've said on previous streams, slow to go back with them. Phil Foden's got to start his head out. De Bruyne we need back.
Yeah.
Hold on. In this game, City had 0 big chances. XG of 1.6, right? So this 22 shots thing, that's fine.
They were blocked. But the difference is, Mo, I don't watch a game on SofaScore.
But I was watching the game. I didn't watch it on SofaScore. The stats reflect what I saw.
No, I'm not. But XG,
You were a little bit lethargic. You were passing the ball around. You weren't direct.
1,000 times. XG.
Come on now.
It to me. XG means
but
shit to me.
forget the XG. You really didn't look great on the eyes. That's back the eyes. That means it all falls into the place. I thought they had a comfortable game.
Jose Sa pulled off 4 massive saves in that game.
Massive saves. So is Ederson. 1-on-1, you could have been 2-0 down easily. So is Ederson.
He made one.
Why are we not mentioning this? Ederson put a 1-on-1 from Nelson Semedo, and they were 1-0 up.
Yeah.
So it goes both ways. I don't think you were great this game. Your defense and
I never said we
midfield
was.
were wide open.
Hang on a minute. When did
So
the
you're
word?
not worried, though. You're not worried at all.
No.
Why are you not worried?
Because this is Manchester City. Go back to October last year, exactly the same. October the year before, exactly the same. Do you know when City get going? February.
Second half.
That's when we roll. That's
I
when
hear
we
it.
go.
I hear that.
Been our plan
That's
for 4 years. Why I'm not because the thing is, I did a stream midweek. I did it. I think it was on LB, and I said I'm having the exact same debates I had 12 months ago.
No.
Yeah.
And if we go back 12 months before that, I'm having the exact same debate again.
Okay, great then. Can I ask you something? Arsenal had a brilliant second half of the season. The reason why I'm correlating this because these are the two teams that should be favorites, right? And here are the people in the chat before you get rattled. Before Arsenal fans get rattled. Hear the argument first and then answer the argument. Here's a Man City fan, Martin, and a lot of Man City fans are saying we're calm. Yes, we aren't doing fantastic, but we're calm. Arsenal last season, in the last 18 games, looked absolutely amazing. We remember all the results. They were blowing teams away, the 5s and the 4s, and they won 3-0 against Brighton away, which is not a lot of teams can do that. But here is a Man City fan sitting and very confident. I'm going to ask the same Man City fan, how do you see Arsenal performances now? Are they good or not? Are they good or not good?
For me, I'm not. For me,
For your opinion, of course.
I'm not. See, I've never been a style of play guy. I'm not bothered about the style of play.
They're 4 points behind Liverpool, 3 points behind you. They're going away. They're playing Liverpool
But
next game.
the difference is, see, there's a difference here. Arsenal are struggling with their injuries. We're getting by with our injuries.
Do you think they should? Okay, if you're looking at this Arsenal team and you're talking to an Arsenal fan,
That
Should
took
they
30
panic?
seconds to get around to Arsenal. Carry on.
right?
no. I'm going to take it back to City. I'm going to take it back to City again.
Yeah.
But I'm asking you about this.
Go.
Is that should they be worried?
Who Arsenal?
Yes.
I'd be worried more about Arteta's style, as in, I listened to your stream the other day with Brandon, and I thought Brandon was spot on. I do think Arteta's got a little bit of worry about that season a couple of years back in the 8 points. Because I didn't think, because I was one of them, I understood Arteta coming to the Etihad and parking the bus. I understood that. Didn't criticise for that. My point was, right, you can't do that against your Leicester teams, and he did it against the Leicester teams.
But he
That
has.
would be my
I'm bringing
concern
back to
as an
City.
Arsenal fan.
Why are you confident as a City team to turn it around? Is that because just Pep Guardiola? Arsenal turned it around last season as well.
What do you
We
mean
can't
say
sit here
about-
and
I don't-
ignore the Arsenal push City. Let me finish the point. We can't ignore the Arsenal push City to the last game of the season. They still went to the Etihad and didn't lose last season as well. They won 16 out of 18 games, if I'm not mistaken, Martin. So Arteta has a history of turning it around. Yet,
Yeah.
Salt Bay, Dubai.
yes, Dubai. Yet, Martin, you're like, do we trust Arteta? Do we trust Arteta? Because he turned it around. He has a history
I'll
of turning
tell
it
you why.
around.
I've seen it with Pep for 9 years.
Okay.
What I'm watching with Pep is a pattern. It's the exact same thing. What I'm watching with Pep is exactly how we do it.
Okay.
I can't. With Arsenal, there isn't a track record there behind it.
Yeah, I think it's a bit of a silly question, Mo. Of course, they've got faith in Pep.
Not a
to pull it
track
off.
record behind it.
No, but the reason why I'm asking this, because there is a question that was asked yesterday on the terrace. It's like, it was, do you believe this is going to continue? What evidence do you have for Arsenal? Do you get my point, right?
But that's the $1 million question. in the
This is
Premier
why I'm
League.
asking.
Everyone-
City fans are so confident, Martin, while Arsenal fans
Some
half
are.
are confident,
No,
half are
some
not.
are, Mo. Some are.
But I know why. But you have all the reason, Martin, to be confident. You have Pep Guardiola, the king of, I'm going to find the right solution and win 17, 18 games in a row. He's the king of that, right? So he has a track record.
Mm-hmm.
So the question, this is why I'm like, Man City fans are confident. Arsenal fans, half of them are confident, half are not.
Well, I
Martin,
just
go
think that you tend to live on the edge of the Premier League, right? You know, the Premier League's kind of like an evolving story. Every weekend, new things happen, and then whatever happens becomes 90% of the story, and the previous stuff is only like 10%. It's all deleted, right? You need to see the forest from the trees sometimes with the Premier League, and you just can't predict these things into the future. You're trying to project, you know, what can we read from what's currently happening? What happened in the last game can we project into the next 30 odd games in the Premier League? So I think people just got to relax a little bit about that. Even if we lose against Liverpool, I don't see us completely out of the title race. I think that we've had a very hard start, and anyone that's panicking was never really a full believer in the first place. They're just sort of hanging on, and you know, it's just blowing with the wind. So I think Martin has every right to be fully confident in his manager and his team to completely turn it around. I like the way they've developed this set piece thing. I think it's very important to be able to score late set piece goals with the dark arts. I think you know, kudos to that. And yeah, you got nothing to worry about except I think you got KDB coming back.
They have their own corners now. They have their own corners.
Their own corners.
They have their own corners now. They're doing the corners thing that Arsenal started.
Hey, don't show it to Goldfish. She won't be happy.
Hey. Don't mention his name already. Our Lord and Master Goldbridge.
Bro, Goldbridge conceded that Arsenal will be out of the title race within weeks.
Yeah,
no,
where did that come from? Literally, I was watching. He's like, he literally just.
No, you go back to Edison against Arsenal, and he was like, "No, that's all right." He said, "That's fine. There's nothing wrong with that." But Nardo did that on Saturday, and I thought he was gonna have like a aneurysm the way he was carrying on with the way it was going on. I'm like,
it wasn't even the same as well. Bernardo's wasn't even the same as what happened to Edison. It wasn't even. They didn't even touch. They didn't even touch like the Arsenal one. And I was fine with the Arsenal one.
Bro, the Bernardo Silva one was 100% a goal. There is no doubt
exactly.
about
Because
it.
he's even crouched.
Done.
People forget this. He's even small to begin with, but he crouched down as well before.
He moved out of the way. He's not even in the same line of sight. He's not in the line of sight.
We've actually got a goal disallowed for that.
That was embarrassing for VAR. They asked the referee to look at that.
Don't start that, Martin. The amount of corners and shit you've been doing this season.
No. We had a goal disallowed for Xhaka being like not even in the keeper's line of sight or anywhere near him, but in an offside position when the ball went in.
They changed that.
No, they didn't change that. What they did change supposedly this year was add a blocking rule, which is different to what they were trying to stop this. Apparently, you weren't supposed to be able to block the path of the keeper, but I don't know if they're enforcing that.
And then Arsenal changed it because you've done it all season, so it had to be scrapped again.
We've only scored 2 corners. I don't know what you guys are like freaking out about. We're not.
But you do it every corner and it doesn't get called as a foul.
No,
okay, yeah, there's a couple of things to understand here.
No,
you do it every corner.
Did you see
your players missing the header. That's not the thing, but it doesn't. It's not called back as a foul, so it's allowed. City are allowed to do it. Chelsea are allowed to do it. Spurs are allowed to do it. Why? Because it's not being called as a free kick. Hacking the goalkeeper
in the FA Cup game. It wasn't called in the FA Cup game between City and Tottenham, right?
And by the way, let me just establish something. There is a massive difference between hacking the goalkeeper while the ball is being played, actually, or hacking the goalkeeper, being the push before and down, doing this and this, right? There is a massive difference. And I'm going to repeat this. The Akanji one on Alisson is a free kick. I'm repeating. You cannot put your hand on someone's shoulder, especially the goalkeeper when he's going up to get the ball. That is a free kick in any game. What Bernardo did is what Arsenal do. I'm going to go hack the goalkeeper. Once the ball is played, I moved out of the way. All right, you don't call it against Arsenal. Why you want to call it against me? And by the way, offside, people that keep saying offside, once Stones hit the ball, it's a new phase of play. He wasn't even in the line of sight of Jose Sa. The only way you call this is a free kick. Yeah, the only way you call this is a free kick.
I don't think anyone was complaining about that goal. I think there needs to be
a distinction. A lot of people
there needs to be a distinction between standing next to the goalkeeper and backing into the goalkeeper when the ball is
Martinelli
kicked.
did against Everton when you scored. Ederson when you
It's
scored.
nothing to do with my team. I'm just saying specifically that you should be able to stand somewhere and not move,
right?
And that's fine. But backing into them and physically or putting your arms around them, I think that should be like.
I'm actually going to take it another thing. Actually, they said blocking someone from going their way, it's called obstruction. It is not actually it's in the law that it's a free kick. But anyway, You want to talk about the referees?
So it should be a free
You
kick?
guys,
I don't know.
you sent me this. Actually, obstruction is a free kick. This is what the media showed, guys in the chat. Guys, there's 500 people here. Can we get the like button? All Jamie's channel is in the description. The Mancunian in the description. Hit that like button, people. This is what the media showed the other day, which is Arsenal being favored by the referee in terms of yellow card, and Man City getting less yellow card per foul. Right?
More
This is
yellow
what the
cards
media
as well.
showed. Okay. I think the Football Terrace made this, which says that Arsenal get really more red cards per foul than any other team, and by a big margin, by a massive margin, since 1920, which is the Arteta start. Arsenal get more reds, get more yellow cards per fouls, right? I think Man City get the least. If I'm not mistaken, that's 1920. Liverpool get the least. Yeah, Liverpool get the least. Yes, 8 here. So this is the thing. You know what the problem is? What they showed about the yellow cards is that they're trying to justify it for some reason.
They're trying
Why
to
are you
gaslight
trying
me
so
into
hard?
thinking that I'm
I don't
insane.
believe in conspiracies. I don't believe in conspiracies. But why are they trying so hard? Why? Why?
Because they want us to look crazy. You know, it's one thing to give you bad decisions, but then it's also to say, hey, it's your fault, and it's the fans' mentality that's the reason you're getting these bad discipline cards. And then here's some stats to back it up, but those stats are just for this season, and there's no direct correlation between fouls and yellow cards. Chelsea got like 13 yellow cards in a game, and most of them were for talking to the referee. They don't count as a foul. They're not in that foul stat, so that's just going to completely blow any kind of correlation out of the park. I think it's dirty work, and TalkSport love to do it. They love to throw a grenade and then run away.
Anyone gonna take this?
Yeah,
Arsenal
it was.
thing?
Oh, it was just I put it in the group chat. I wasn't like trying to do it. I just found it funny. That was all. I just found it.
No,
They based it on the first. They based it on the first 8 games of the season as well, which I also found funny as well. They didn't base it on longer from last season or anything like that. It's just the only fact that Arsenal have had 3 red cards in 8 games is what they based it on. So they think it's a lack of discipline and stuff like that. For Arsenal,
I think it is. Sorry, but I think it is a bit of a lack of discipline in a minute from Arsenal. But 8 games is a small sample.
Exactly.
And plus, I never understand like this because the problem is it depends how you react to it.
Yeah.
Because people aren't going to like this. And we were talking about this on LB show the other day. City fans don't tend to moan about a referee. If we get a bad decision, we moan for about a day and then move on. We don't tend to moan. We sort of just roll with it and go, never mind, start again.
Can I say
And then what happens is you forget, because we don't complain about it, it sort of, right, move on. And because we don't moan, I suppose
you guys do get enough red cards to complain about. But my issue is...
Martin, we've had a shitload of decisions go against you, but because you don't hear
I'm not saying you don't get things
we
that go
don't
against
bitch about it like little girls 24/7 and 6 years later.
Mo, I think I was on HUSAM's stream after the show, after the game, and I said Saliba deserved that red card. Saliba deserved the red card. I didn't complain about it. I said it's nice to get a red card that we deserved, right? The only issue was the next day that we see almost exactly the same thing, and it's a yellow card. So it's hard for us to not feel like we're being completely trolled here. Like we're not seeing other teams get the same red cards that we get.
Okay then, Martin. Do you hear, because listen, I speak with City fans a lot, and do you hear still City fans talking about that Rashford decision in the derby when Bruno scored?
The weird offside one.
Yeah. You ever heard us moan about it still, really? No.
It was a bit
you ever heard us moan about when Jack Grealish was through against Tottenham? The Akanji one, which Mo thinks was, but a lot of people think it wasn't a foul. You know, the one against Tottenham in the Champions League, the one against Liverpool in the Champions League. We can go on and go on. We just don't want. We just get on with it. It happens. That is just facts of football. Sometimes you're going to get decisions for you. Sometimes you're going to get decisions against you.
That's great, but we're on pace
yeah,
to
I
get
mean-
15 red cards this season at the current
But,
rate.
then,
Like,
but that's on your manager.
not even from
The
bad
players
discipline. It's like
sort it out.
I
enforcement
think
of
that
rules
was a,
differently
that was
for us.
that was
Your
the thing when he
players
first took
behave
over,
like
wasn't it?
managers.
That was the thing when Arteta first took over. You had a lot of you started to get a lot of red cards last season.
You know
Was it
why?
just
Huh?
one
You
red
know
card?
why? You know why? You know why, sir?
Why?
They're rattled.
What?
He's rattled all the time. He's rattled. He jumps up and down on the touchline like a cockroach, bro.
That's
Oh
what I'm
my God.
saying.
Oh
They
my
are
God.
reflecting
And the
in.
difference is Pep does it. Pep does it. Klopp used to do even more than Arteta. That's the reality. It's nothing against him, but somehow it transmits to Arsenal. It didn't transmit as much to Liverpool players. But for some
You know what I
reason,
heard on the
Arteta's
commentary for the last
energy,
game?
it's I don't know why Arsenal players are nervous. Is it because there's a lot of media? By the way, it might not be his fault at all.
You know
It
what I
might
heard
be
on
the media.
commentary for the
You know
last
what?
game,
Can
man?
I finish that last point? Because I
No,
want to
it's
get to the
related.
bottom of. Can I finish this point and ask you? You come in. I want to get to the bottom of it. Why Arteta's energy is transmitting to Arsenal's players? It might be it might be media pressure, fans pressure, mass fans going against people are against us. It might be in players' head that referees are against us and everyone is against us. But we have to get to the bottom of it. Why are Arsenal players nervous?
Mo, on the last game that I watched, Bournemouth, the commentators were complaining that Arteta was low energy and that he wasn't standing up enough and he wasn't doing enough on the touchline. Like, we can't win. And people can make any connections they want because there's no science to it. They'll just say, yeah, Arteta is too agitated. You know what's most likely? Arteta calling them a disgrace after the Newcastle decision. Or like us, you know, they actually said that they were trying to charge Arteta because they're treating him differently because he's of higher importance than other managers. Remember that? He said he's got a bigger responsibility as an Arsenal manager.
Yeah, that's a load of bullshit, but fine.
Yeah, they actually wrote down in writing that he's treated differently from the other managers because of his responsibility of being a big club manager, right?
Load of
So
crap.
you know that they've got it out for him. They've got a target on his back. It's got nothing to do, like the players aren't sitting there and looking over to Arteta trying to work out how agitated to be. Rice kicked the ball 1 foot away. Trossard kicked the ball away apparently, and Saliba got a red card for like a tap on the shoulder, right? So it's not like they're violent conduct or anything. It's not like they're crazy as like maniacs on the field. You're on mute, but I think you said tap on the shoulder. Yeah, it was a very soft little grab that I don't think a player should do like a full like Ninja Turtle style. Like, yeah, but he's a Brazilian guy. You've got to take this into account when you're tackling a Brazilian. They'll do something crazy. Anyway, I don't want to talk about discipline too much. I just wanted to say that.
I want to talk about the football now. Let's talk about the football now.
Little kick here, tap here.
Let's talk. We can talk about the football now, people. We can get away from the thing. As I didn't discuss with you the Arsenal game yesterday, Martin. But listen to Luke. People in the chat, like the video. We still have 500 people, and we aren't even on 300 likes. Guys, we have been really slow in this hitting that like button thing. Hit that like button, people. Come on now. Like the video. Let's get to 300 likes live for the first time in a while. For some reason, you guys are slacking. It helps the channel. Sit there talking about Red Cartel 24/7. Get on with it. Stop complaining like girls. I'm sick of City fans acting all high and almighty. You're just as bad.
No problem, Dow Square. I will await your video begging for Gulf investment like someone else did this morning. Can't beat it, join it. I mean, mate. Can't beat it, join it. You know what I'm saying?
The thing about it that you literally said, I hear this. You said that Arsenal fans complain about the referees all the time, but a lot of City fans complain that the Red Cartel are against them. Same.
It's been proven.
No,
Been
but-
proven with emails. The difference is
Maybe the red card tell.
No, the difference is
Oh,
we've
okay,
got
hold on. Okay, I get Martin's point. He's like,
We've
it's
got half
proven,
that
so
evidence.
we have all the right to complain. Okay, I get your point. Okay. It's proven. So if Arsenal prove that they are treated differently, they have the right to complain. That's what he's saying.
But they can't
okay.
prove it in a minute.
No, I get your point. I get your
It's
point. I
not
get
the
your
red
point.
cartel. It's the red card tell, and we just
No,
get
what
like
it
red
is,
cards.
what it is, Martin, certain clubs have tried to run this league and you realise you no longer can run it anymore. And
I love bad puns.
that's a
Football wise, manager gets a lot of stick. Arteta, you guys know that he said, "I promise you will be flying against Liverpool."
Yeah.
What does that even mean? Flying? Does he mean he's going to dominate Liverpool? Is he going to play? Is he going to win the game? And
I think
what does
said
he
in
mean?
the context of the quote that it was that we were quite lethargic. We ran out of energy. He said there was the international break. Then we played a game against Bournemouth. Then we had 2 days. Then we played Shakhtar, right? So he said that we're going to be full of energy, I think is probably what he was trying to say. And we'll be running around a lot. I don't think people are saying that it's going to be embarrassing for him or they're going to use his quote against him or whatever. But I think you're just trying to read too much into it.
Me?
Yeah,
bro. I think you need to absolutely win against Liverpool or something.
Well, obviously,
you don't think you need to win against Liverpool?
We've got to win every game, Mo. It doesn't matter who it is.
Exactly, right. And this Liverpool game, it's a 6-pointer.
I'm actually quite confident for it because everyone thinks we've got no chance. Whenever everyone thinks that we should smash a team 5-0, we always play like crap and scrape by or something. So Liverpool were good for us last season. I think we lost to West Ham and Fulham, and then came and beat Liverpool after losing to them in the FA Cup or something like that. So yeah, it could be a good chance for us to get our wheels back on the track. And
well, I think Arsenal are second favourites for this game, even though you're at home.
Yeah, I think it'd be embarrassing for Liverpool if they lost or drew.
I think it'd be embarrassing if they drop points.
Embarrassing is too much, bro. It's still
not embarrassing. Sorry, embarrassing. Disappointing. I think Liverpool, if they only take a point from this game, should feel disappointed given Arsenal's current injury issues.
That's what Ron
they should
said
be disappointed. They should. They should be disappointed. No Saliba.
No, I'm just saying the new thing is Arsenal are in top 4 race. I think it's just funny.
That's you, Mo. That's you.
I didn't say anything, bro.
You did. Are you even actually said those words 2 days ago?
Give me the clip. I was joking.
I'll send you the clip. I can even.
I swear,
you're saying I was serious about Arsenal being in the top 4.
You were kind of doing that thing where you're like, I think we need to talk about. Nobody's talking about maybe Arsenal are in a top 4 race, and then you ended the stream basically.
Martin. Me and Floyd's got a guy called Warrior J always in his channel. We'll find the clips. If Mo said it, he will find. If we step Warrior J a task.
I said it. Yes, I said it, but in context.
Oh, now you admit it. Okay,
context.
Yeah. It was a joke, huh? It was a joke.
No, I literally said it was a joke in the beginning. I never denied that I said that. It's a joke. What is wrong? Martin is fighting with someone in the chat. Guys, I'm just for context for the people that don't know.
I'm not fighting anyone was
okay, just for the people in the chat that don't know, Sam put out a video this morning about the Saudis takeover of Liverpool. That's what Martin's talking about, all right?
Yeah.
Okay, so get it over with, guys.
Get
over yourself. Okay? It's not a thing.
You got to admit,
public on Husam's channel.
Well, tell me you're
public thing on Husam's channel.
You got to admit, you must have laughed at that, but yeah. Why are you doing that,
Like we know what he's talking about. Husam put out a video about the Saudis and Husam wanted Qatar. So moving on. Moving on from this.
Saudis now.
Everyone wants the Saudis, bro. Who cares? Apart from Martin, of course, who doesn't rate the Saudis. He doesn't want the Saudis. He wants the American capitalist owners.
The Russians, I don't want anyone.
You don't want the Americans? The Americans all right, huh?
The Americans, I don't really want oil money. I don't want to buy the way to the title.
Is Walmart money all right? Is Walmart money okay? I can turn this into a political. I don't care. I promise you, I will turn this into a political show.
Check what Cronky owns. We fight the oil money bullshit.
Yeah,
we're not going into that again. I'm just saying you, Martin.
Not Walmart. Walmart is his wife's money.
Cronky owns
and by the way, it's his wife's money. And
no research first. Honestly, I'm trying to help you, mate, but you can't. You don't help yourself.
I don't want unlimited funds to buy the league. That's not what I'm looking for.
Nobody wants that. Nobody. I agree with you. I agree with you.
I don't care.
One at a time, people. One at a time, please.
Who's been the lowest spenders in the last 5 years?
What's that?
Martin,
He's been one of the lowest spenders in the last 5 years.
can we just put this out there?
I'm not
Can we
talking,
just put-
you guys have already invested your money. Go on, man.
Can we just put this out there? I don't believe that anyone wants unlimited funds to buy the league because it will ruin the league.
Look
It
what happened
will
to Chelsea. Chelsea.
Can I just
did
say
it.
I'm not gonna
Do you
say
know that
anything
Chelsea
about,
sold a lot of players as well?
no, I'm not going to say anything about. I'm not going to say anything about the Saudis because I think we're secretly owned by them. So I'm not going to say anything about them. I'm gonna secretly own them.
Andrew knows it. He knows it.
I'm not going to say nothing against them.
He knows the two brothers. He knows where the two brothers are from. Hey, Martin, just forget. Just again, I'm going to have to get you.
What are we talking about? We're talking about the football. And we went into the Saudis and the ownership. I don't know why.
Because I didn't want
Because-
them, and that offended everyone. I'm sorry.
Don't worry about the
I want
ownership.
Saudi
Let's go back to
ownership.
football.
So
Can
do
we
you
go
own an
back?
Arsenal shirt? Hang on. Do you own an Arsenal shirt right
Yeah.
now? What's on the front of it?
Fly
Emirates.
Emirates.
Right. Where are they from? Quick
UAE.
geography lesson.
UAE.
UAE.
Right. So maybe stop your commenting about all this because you know what? You think this ownership, this sponsorship is going to be there forever when you
Do you
keep
know the
slagging them
difference
off.
between ownership and
What's the
sponsorship?
stadium called?
You
What's the
get
stadium?
your biggest money from them.
Yeah. Do you know why?
For God's sake.
You guys are trying to pay everyone else off with your Fly Emirates sponsorship. So
You
that
had
can
Fly
spend
Emirates
whatever you
before
want
we
and
had
get away
Etihad.
with whatever you want.
Have
Your
you been
stadium
Arsenal
is the
for 5
Emirates.
minutes?
Your
You've been
Yes,
Arsenal
so
for 5 minutes.
You know why? They're trying
Are
to
you
pay
a
us
new
off.
Arsenal fan? Are you a new Arsenal fan?
What?
Are you a new Arsenal fan?
Yeah, new
No,
like
no,
30 years.
right, no.
Yeah.
I know
No, he's not. He's not. Okay, you know
Right.
the answer. It's a
Right.
rhetorical question. Yes, it's a rhetorical question.
question. You've had Emirates before we had Etihad.
Your stadium's called Emirates.
The hypocrisy
So?
coming out your mouth.
We can't.
I don't think you guys understand the difference between sponsorship and ownership. It's sponsorship.
You
Could have been
get-
another company that paid us the same amount of
I'm
money.
sorry. I'm not.
Are you saying that we don't have fair prices for our sponsorship? Are you accusing me of not having actual fair prices for my sponsors? I think that's against
Yes.
UK law.
What
I
I'm
don't think you
saying,
can prove
you
that.
can't keep saying, I don't want this Saudi, I don't want this oil money, I don't want this. When the 90% of your money, your income, comes from golf.
90%. Did you just
Yeah.
make that number up in the sky?
Who's your biggest sponsorship?
Look, you guys pay maybe like 50
No, don't answer. Just
out
stop
of
fumbling
500
and
million
fumbling.
revenue. That's
Stop
like
fumbling and
10%,
fumbling and
not
answer the
90%.
question. Stop being a politician. Answer the
Look,
question with a clear answer.
I don't know why you're so offended. I don't want Saudi money to come in and just revamp my club and buy every player and give us a new $1 billion stadium. I like organic growth, and I'm sorry if that offends people.
Okay.
I want the club to pay for
Let's move
itself.
on to this. Let's move on to the game or something, Mo. We'll move on to the game.
Yeah, all you want, but you Arsenal fans cannot understand that the majority of your money comes from the Emirates on the front of your shirt in the Emirates Stadium. You clowns.
Do you realize how small that amount of money is? The shirt sponsorship and the stadium sponsorship relative to income.
I'm
for
okay with
club
the
for rest of the
conversation
year.
as long as it's fine. I'm okay with the
All right,
conversation. I don't need to
okay.
move on.
I
Like as
thought
long
you
as it's
were saying the
we're not
majority-
gonna fight,
the
bro. This
majority
is
of our money
we're
comes
too
from the
old.
TVs.
We're too old, bro, to fight, bro. We're too old.
I don't know, man. People are
No,
returning.
you know what
from
it is? You know what it
retirement,
is?
you know what I
It's
mean?
bordering on something else, and I don't like it.
What?
Moving on.
Bordering
Moving on. The
something
ownership
else.
thing is gonna be
You-
crazy
was I
if
called a
Liverpool get
racist
Saudi
now?
Arabia.
You sound a little bit xenophobic with some of your viewpoints at times.
Right. Okay.
Okay, we're not gonna accuse. Okay, we're not gonna
I'll be
accuse
straight
people
with
of
you. Some of the
things.
comments you make about Gulf investment, I'll be
Okay,
honest
hold
with
on, Martin. Martin, I'm gonna stop you.
So
I'm
I don't
Arab.
want Saudi
Martin,
ownership,
I grew
and
up,
I'm a racist.
guys. I am Arab, and I grew
You
up in
didn't say
Saudi
racist.
Arabia. Guys, can you please let me talk, please? I'm Arab. This show is not gonna go into the xenophobia and stuff. I'm Arab. I lived in Saudi Arabia for 10 years proudly. I have Saudi friends here everywhere.
I've worked in Qatar.
I
have
hear
friends
what
in Qatar.
Martin. I hear what both of you are
I'm
coming
just
from.
bored of the
Guys,
same
please let
argument.
me talk. Guys,
This is
guys,
going to be
please,
the way I'm
guys.
on anymore.
Guys, please let me talk. Please let me talk. This ownership thing is crazy just because of the charges and all the stuff. We all agree on one thing. No one wants unlimited funds or whatever to come and ruin the league. If someone believes that the Gulf money is going to ruin the league because it's unlimited fund, that they have more money than anybody, it's up to them to believe that. And if Arsenal fans think that the oil money is ruining the league, Well, I'm just going to tell you, I don't differentiate between billionaires. All I want is rules to limit the spending so everything to be fair. Very simple. Going back to the football, people. So this conversation is done. I don't know why we're upset. It's all football. We don't own the clubs, by the way. None of us gets paid.
It goes beyond football, and I'm sick of the same arguments week in, week out.
This is why I want to do the football thing.
I'm bored of it, Mo. I'm bored of
This is why I want to go to the football.
Coming out the same people's mouths.
This is why I want to go to the football. Martin, this is why I want to go to the football.
Nah, anyway, I'm going to go.
Bro.
Nah, I'm going to go, mate. I can't be doing this.
I don't know what happened. Can you just explain to us why you're upset? Please, I value you as a friend.
It's always this. It's always about human rights and everything else.
I don't know who mentioned. Has anyone mentioned human rights?
Martin has, and Martin does it every show, and it's starting to really piss me off. And it's noticed by a few people, and it's really starting to piss me off.
Can I understand what happened?
And inadvertently, you can smile all you want, Martin. But
I was asked the question. I answered the question. I hang out with Egyptian and Jordanian.
Come out with some
I have no issues with anyone from the Gulf. I work in Qatar. I have friends in Qatar.
Why is everything so bad?
What?
Why is it so bad?
I'm sure we can have a conversation about it, guys. By the way, guys,
can I answer the question and not want to have Gulf or like any other like large oil or anyone with like unlimited? I don't want Elon Musk to come and buy my club. How about that?
Okay,
he's got unlimited
that's
funds.
fair. Can you tell us why?
Because I want the clubs to generate their revenue, and if they generate more revenue, then they can spend more money. I don't want outside funding coming in and making like Birmingham City the next massive club in the world. I think that it should come from sporting performance.
But you know, the new world, everyone needs to spend money to be able to compete.
Oh, okay. So I'm just living in the. I'm like Amish. I'm not up to date with the real world where everyone has to have unlimited funds coming in from outside.
You keep mentioning. Can I respond, Martin? You keep mentioning unlimited funds.
Yeah.
No one ever mentioned the word unlimited funds but you. No one ever mentioned this.
Yes, but
we know that the Saudis,
not billionaires.
Let me tell you, we know that the Saudis and the Emiratis have more funds than the others. Saudis have way more funds than the Emirates. But no one ever, I haven't heard anyone sit on a show and say, we want to be able to outspend everyone else in the league. I've never heard it once.
I've heard that a lot. So when United fans,
have you heard it from us here? Have you heard it from us? Have you heard it from us?
Terry, United fans, they were talking about Qatari coming in and making them bigger than Man City again, and it was just going to be money for everyone, and it was fantastic. Like, I don't want that as part of my football team. I'm sorry.
I think there is that we have to give credit to the E's ownership is not just on the pitch. What they do is out the area that they've, look what they've done for the area of Manchester as well. Do you know what I mean? It's not just on the pitch where they've made a huge difference. It's off the pitch where they're making
a free stadium from the government. Or
that was for the Commonwealth Games.
That thing was
before the
takeover.
That's before the takeover. That was well before the takeover. That's because it was like West Ham getting the Olympics.
That was already in place in 2003.
Yeah, that was already in place. So that's not down to the new ownership. They had that well before that. So, but I'm talking about like look what they've done for the area of Manchester that they're in. Do you know what I mean? It's stuff like that. It's not just. Now I understand if they had just come in and just started.
This is my thing. I have no problem. If people were fair with their arguments, I have no problem with them not. No one talks about the thousands of jobs they've created. Nobody talks about the way they've regenerated East Manchester. No one talks about that. All they talk about is how bad it is and everyone else is. And everyone else is going on. And then I'm seeing people doing videos twerking for Saudi money.
Think of this. Could you imagine, Martin, could you imagine if social media was around when Roman Abramovich took over? Could you imagine when he first took over what the reactions would be?
That's where my hatred comes from. By the way, Chelsea came in and bought the league.
Martin, what you don't understand is there is no.
We didn't buy it. The thing is, we didn't.
Show me a billionaire that's not stood on someone's head to become a billionaire.
There's a difference between billionaires and trillionaires. I don't think you guys really understand that it's completely like different scale of money, and it's not billionaires.
100%. You're 100% right. You're 100% right.
Billionaires will run a business to make a profit because that's how they become billionaires. You keep your money. You're a stingy bastard. You don't go and give like a whole part of another country like $10 billion.
I actually disagree with you. I'm not going to go into the morality of the money of this guy versus this. I'm sorry, Martin. We shouldn't go into the morality of it. We shouldn't go into the morality for it for one reason. And I'm going to tell you, Martin, because there are different, it's a very subjective thing. Because I believe in America, there are some billionaires here that crush the competition just because they have the money. They crush the competition to take over the market. I think it's unethical. Other people think it's open market. That is the thing, Martin. Other people think, for example, oh, this kingdom is this kingdom is that. I am not here to judge. I'm here to say one thing. I believe that football deserves ownership that is willing to spend, but I want rules to prevent someone having an advantage over someone else. That is the thing, Martin. If you talk about, now it comes to the problem about organic or non-organic. Also, we can talk about the subjectivity of it. It's subjective. Why? Because at the end, you can say Man City owner spent. How many trophies did they spend? A lot. Tons of trophies. Is that only due to the money? Actually, it might be, but that means the money was put into the right place. With Chelsea, built a fan base globally. Absolutely, they're close to Arsenal fan base. They bought superstars. They won leagues, Champions Leagues. Using that money, yes, but it's part of winning a football game. And as long as Arsenal owners are allowed to spend as much as City or Chelsea or Man United, that is the law and the rules we want, right? Because I'm going to go against something else, Martin. The Premier League crushed the Italian League and La Liga. It's unfair. It's unfair that you have more money. If I go with this logic, Martin, we can go to other leagues and say the Italian League crushed us in the 90s. They were allowed to spend more than us. That is the problem, Martin. By the way, Inter were punished FFP. You know that Inter were punished FFP.
I do have to go because I've got to go to the game. Right, Martin, I apologise. Maybe I went over the mark, Colin. It just sounds it sounds weird the way you put it sometimes. Doesn't sound right sometimes the way you're putting it. And that's why my back goes up, because it's like there's some evil entity that's appeared. They're just coming in and wanting to make things better. That's it.
I've had it for 2 decades.
The Qataris or the Saudis rocked into Arsenal tomorrow when, or the United Arab Emirates. Emirates go, right, we want to buy Arsenal. We're going to do it. Buy Kroenke. What would you do? Would you
he wouldn't like FC Arsenal? He wouldn't like
it. Probably fall out of love with my club. I think my issue is there's no jeopardy.
This is the problem. American
it's up to him, Martin. It's up to him, Martin. It's up to him.
I know it is, but listen. I respect you for your morality. I respect you on that, 1,000%. But the trouble is, I don't think there is a lot of morality in the world anymore.
I'm not trying to take a moral high ground. I just want sport to have jeopardy. If the owners have the ability to replace any bad signing with another brand new good signing, $100 million,
he's right.
There's no punishment. So there's no reward for managing your team well or your club
This
well.
is why we need the laws, Martin. You're absolutely right. I don't think anybody disagree with this. You're right. This is why the Premier League needs to do better in the PSR rules, need to do better in UEFA and FFP rules, in the sponsorship deals. They need to do better.
And closing loopholes that Chelsea's making a mockery of the system.
Why do Chelsea get to sell hotels to fix their finances? But it goes for everyone.
You said it, man. The PSR rules actually stop clubs being organic because you have to sell your young players.
Yes,
full,
100%.
You know what I mean? So that's the problem.
That's one way of getting mad at the rules, though. You just need to find better rules. Right now, we've got Man City. They're paying for trucks to drive around the city with like anti-Richard Masters propaganda and 4 big clubs that are stopping them. Like we're working against ourselves to fix the problem. It's not going to get any better.
Here is the difference. So Man City think that Masters is actually working against them, so they have all the right to campaign.
I think they want to replace them and put someone in that's going to be more
Premier League the Premier League, Martin, you cannot argue that the Premier League campaigned against Man City. Why is Masters allowed to campaign against a club, but the club is not allowed to campaign against him running the league? Why?
I don't know. Has
Is it because he's what?
to go around and give bad PR, or is it just that Man City did something wrong and he's trying to enforce the rules of the
See,
Premier
no,
League?
That's not up to you.
See, we're
It's
not
not
I
up
don't
to you to decide.
No, at the end of the day, Martin, you've got your opinion, but the fact is, what you've never done once yet is you know what? My club sent very wrong emails out. They shouldn't have said it.
I can't hear very well. Sorry, I've got a leaf blower out my window.
So why? You know what you haven't done is once he said, "Oh, you know that email that was sent by my club? Shouldn't have said that. Bit naughty."
Well, what about the WhatsApp messages where Mohammed bin Salman was actually in charge of the Newcastle takeover and everyone was just pretending like that Staveley woman and the other guy were actually the organization? There's stuff going on under the surface, and you know, I don't like any of it. I'm not anti-Man City or Newcastle or anyone in particular.
But Martin, it has been proved that those 4 clubs have tried to run the league and have done for many, many years. That's been
Anyway,
proven.
let's go back. I know Martin has to go.
Been proven.
I know Martin has to go.
It's been proven.
Dave, I don't think you're right. I'm not gonna. This is a disrespectful super chat. I appreciate you, Dave, for the super chat, but Martin is a friend. He's gonna be here again. By the way, appreciate this. No, why?
I don't mind.
I don't think it's. I don't think it's respectful super chat. To be honest, this is just my channel, and I have to say this.
It's his opinion. It's his opinion.
What is this? The conflict of interest between KC and Emirates? The majority of our revenue is broadcasting and ticket sales. Stop talking to such authority. If you don't know, you will continue to call out our politics. Here's the thing. I actually don't think that. I'm not sure. We can fact check this. Dial Square. That the majority of your income is come from sponsorship or TV deals. We can fact check this. It's very simple, but that doesn't neglect the fact that you have Emirates sponsorship.
I don't know. I don't really
By the
think,
way-
no. It's not about the. It's not about the income. It's not about the income. It's about who the sponsorship name is.
Yes,
That's
yes.
what
It's not about how
the
much income. It's a
Like,
£1
do you know what I mean?
is
It's like-
equal to 100 million pounds. By the way, that is the thing.
Right. It's about having a name. It's about It's about having the name of who it is on your shirt or on your stadium.
Yes.
Do you know what I mean?
So
It's
Dial
like-
Square that has nothing to
it's
do.
what it is.
£1 is equal to 100 million pounds. That's the same. I don't
Right.
know why this conversation is here. Okay.
You just to let
Can
you all
I
know,
read this super chat?
just to let you all know, and I've got it in front of me. One of the highest shirt sponsorship in the country is Arsenal's Emirates.
Okay, I want to do the super chat.
Highest
Gregory,
one in the country,
this super chat is good. I don't think that
and I've got it in
Martin,
black and
listen.
white in front of me.
Man City should be able to, Martin, you should be able to take your opinion without, because you put the other person at risk of being labeled something. I don't think Martin meant it that way at all.
No,
Right,
and that's why I apologised later on.
Yes,
What I
exactly.
said is that it's the way the wording
Comes
is.
across as this. Yes, it comes.
Yeah, because it's the same thing every week. You got to be a bit careful on your word stuff.
People got to put their big boy pants on if you want to have these tough conversations. And sometimes, yeah, things are going to be ensued.
Yeah, the problem is though, Martin, Premier League put their big boy pants up and got the suit and got their asses sued off them.
The Premier League is
You
the
got to be
club.
careful what you're saying in this world now, right? That's what I'm saying.
If you want to change the rules, get enough clubs on your side, and you can make them whatever you want. These guys, the prisoners run the jail, basically. So, yeah. I don't want to
let me do this,
about
Dave.
Masters.
I wasn't rude. I think it's rude to us watching to say. I don't know what that means. I don't know what is Dave. Your super chat is saying that Martin is insecure and insensitive, and let him go if he wants to go. No, I disagree with you.
I'm going to the game. And the other
I am
thing is,
actually. I'm just gonna say this. Martin actually is going to the game. I will back Martin
Look
because
like
me
him
and Martin me and Martin we speak off camera. Why can't the Arsenal guy gave his
There you go.
opinion about his club? Why does that hurt him? I actually think that Martin gave his opinion about Man City many times. So
it's the hypocrisy I don't like. It sounds hypocritical. And if you don't understand that, I can't help it. When you've got Fly Emirates slapped all over your stadium and your shirt, and you're saying Gulf investment's bad, if you don't understand the hypocrisy in that, then I can't help.
I did not say golf investment was bad, so please don't put words in my mouth.
So what did you say then?
all he said, unlimited funds.
It doesn't matter where they are. You
That's the thing.
Now,
I said Elon Musk. I don't want Elon Musk too, so that'll cover my
No
bases.
one wants Elon Musk.
Why?
One wants Elon Musk.
What's wrong with
Well,
Elon
because-
Musk?
Well, you
You don't have enough time.
want to
for
go
that.
into what's about Elon Musk after the conversation? We'll be here for 6 hours. We'll miss all the games. We'll miss all the reviews.
What's wrong with Elon Musk?
anyway, that's our bad.
Thank you, Martin. Appreciate you.
Ta-da.
Enjoy the game. Enjoy the game for real.
Yeah, enjoy it.
Can we go back to football, people? Everyone, can we go to the football? I'm just.
I wanted to complain about golf people for a while.
I am
actually.
just
Now that we've
gonna
started.
say Floverts is mental. Come towards. I don't know. I'm not watching the game actually. I know that Bayern Leverkusen are playing at the current moment, and
Yeah,
they
he
are
scored.
1-0
I know
up.
Bert scored up.
Yeah, I know that. But let me tell you, LB 1998 is saying flying out of the title race. That's what Arteta meant. You're flying out of that. We can talk about that as well. I'm gonna move to the three thing. And Bukayo Saka's back Sunday. Arne Slot will park the bus. Great super chat, AA. Guys, can we move on from this ownership shit? And just focus on the football. Do we think? I'm talking to chat. Do we think Arsenal will park the bus on Sunday, or they will stamp their authority on the game? Or I'm gonna say this: would you take any way of playing, Martin, as long as it gets you the result?
Sure.
Sure. Anyway, doesn't matter if you
It's the
defend.
Premier League. I just need my 3 points, and the filthier it is, the actual more enjoyable it might be. Like if it's a handball, like a Maradona type thing, like I think that would be best because
backing into the goalkeeper, foul not given. That's
yeah, like really undeserved would be great because I'm tired of like I don't care about like getting justification from rivals or whatever. Like the court of the Premier League hate us. So it doesn't matter if we're doing well or we're doing poorly or whatever. Like it's just all a bunch of waffle to me. We just need to get the points on the board. We need to take them off Liverpool because, as I said at the start of the season, I think that they're going to be there or thereabouts. Arne Slot doesn't have to do much. He just needs to not fuck the machine up, to excuse my French. Like it's a well-oiled machine. The players are there. Just get out of the way and play as much good football as you want. But what I did see against Chelsea is that they changed their way of playing a little bit to more accommodate the opposition, more than Klopp would, where he would just keep going all out press and attack and counter-attack and go crazy. I think that Slot's going to try and maybe manage them a bit better, which is probably bad news for us because we haven't lost to Liverpool in 5 games. And I think that needs to be rectified for a lot of Liverpool fans to be happy. They want to. I saw Rom saying that they have to take a win. Draw's not good enough. We've got all these injuries, so it's leaning in the favor of Liverpool for sure to take a win at the end.
Do you think there is a recovery if you lose?
Yeah.
You can recover, Adi. You can just go back.
We are not playing very well because we don't have all our good players available. If we get our good players available, I feel like we'll start playing a lot better. It may be too late for the Premier League title, but I have faith that clubs are struggling this year. There's no real swashbuckling teams except for maybe like a Spurs who, don't really look like they're in the title race. So I don't think everyone's playing beautiful football. I think maybe Chelsea are playing pretty good football, but a little bit chaotic.
In control. The difference is in control. You aren't in control.
Plus, I would say.
Oh yeah, Man City are in control.
You definitely have to take something from this, Martin, because if we move the Preston game out, the next 3 games are, I think they're all away, right? So it's away to Newcastle, away to Inter Milan in the Champions League, and away to us. So it heaps more, but no, it heaps more pressure. Now I think listen, the Newcastle that I've seen are sort of Fugazi. Do you know what I mean? It's sort of like I don't think they've been playing well this season. You've got Inter Milan away. I'm sure Mo will say, and probably rightly so, that Inter should.
Arsenal play like what they played yesterday against us, like this.
Yeah, exactly. Us. I don't know. Do you know what I mean? We should, if you're playing like that, like you did against Bournemouth against us, I think we would eventually pick you off. Do you know what I mean? But you have to. I think for the psyche as well, not just for the players but for the fans, that they have to take some sort of positive from this Liverpool game after the last couple. That it has to be some sort, even if it's a draw, they have to take positives out of it. Do you know what I mean? Seeing as you are second favourites with your injuries. You know,
I feel like we lost the game against Shakhtar, even though we won 1-0. Like the reaction that I saw from people was basically like everyone was expecting a 5-0, so a 1-0 win is basically a loss. I think it takes a lot of pressure off for the Inter game. Mo and I have already talked about this. That even
doesn't matter for you, it doesn't matter. For us, it matters more. A little bit matters more. Yeah, like
we've got points on the board right now. So even if we went and drew a stinky 0-0 at Inter, I wouldn't really complain. And even if that happened against Liverpool, I wouldn't complain either. I feel like we're in survival mode, trying to get the boys back together. And every time we're losing another player in almost every game. So it feels like we're just churning through our squad right now. So sooner or later, we're going to have our youth team out there and like Thomas Partey or something like that. And that'll be our squad. So
he played right back yesterday, didn't he?
We've got another international break in 2 or 3 weeks or something like that.
Yes, I think it's after we play you, isn't it? I think that's the international break after we play you that weekend.
Yeah,
so it's
it may require one of those trips to Dubai and win 18 out of 18 again, because it's definitely not been the easiest start. I'm waiting for that part of the schedule where we've got lots of easy games, but I think easy games are a bit of a trap in the Premier League. Like this Bournemouth thing shows it, where you get confident that you're going to get one of those relaxing games, and they're just not very relaxing.
You have Newcastle away, Chelsea away, and Inter on Wednesday.
Yeah, but then does it get a bit easier after that? I think there's like 5 or 6 games where there's like some kind of respite, but it doesn't matter. We've got to win every game, whoever we're up against.
Welcome back, Mina. Welcome back to see you. Good to see you. Good to see you, Mina. Wallahi. Welcome back. The problem is you have really 3 bad games after Liverpool, to be honest, which is the Inter. You threw out the Inter? Do you think you threw out the Inter? Or he's going to play his full
with you guys this season? Looks like you've been conceding like 2 goals a game in the Serie A.
We're not great.
Okay.
He's not focused in one competition. So he's making subs here, subs there. He's playing. We don't have the same starting 11 for games, right? He doesn't know. It's not that he knows his best starting 11, but he doesn't know what to prioritize. Champions League game or an Udinese game or a Monza game or a Milan game. He doesn't know. He's just all over the place at the current moment. But I guess against Inter, against Arsenal, he will play his best starting 11. Because again, in this competition now, you will need to play your best teams at home games. Against Arsenal, we play 3 home games. We play Venezia, easy game, and we play Napoli at home. So he's going to be focused on the Arsenal game. 100%. 100%.
Have you guys won your 2 Champions League games so far? Or
we won 1. We drew 1 against City away. We drew 1 and 1-1. If we win today, all you need is 12 points. That is the thing.
12 points. Yeah, apparently we've already qualified for the knockout part, so we'll finish above 24th. I feel like it's a bit easy, but the last few games might get a bit sticky in the Champions League group stage. But I think Arteta's undefeated in all of his Champions League group stage games, like going back to last season. I think he's won almost all of them and drawn 2 or something like that. So he's doing all right.
Panicking, bro. I don't know why people are panicking. I know why people
everyone goes off one game now. It's no cluster of games. It's a 1-game reaction. You know what I mean?
What is this? We have What is this? When have we ever PTB park the bus at home against the top 6? He's talking about that's on Arsenal. You wouldn't. Yeah, I'm gonna tell you that score what happened yesterday. You win 1-0 up against a mediocre Shakhtar and challenge me if I'm wrong, and Martin can correct me if I'm wrong. 1-0 up against a Shakhtar team that is mediocre, and you conceded position for a whole half.
Well, I would say the first half we had about 5 or 6 should have been goals. I don't want to go through them all, but if you're watching, we were pretty dominant.
In the first half. You had 60% position until you scored. It's the only thing.
But we had Jesus should have scored 2, Havertz should have scored 1, Trossard should have scored 1. There was a penalty we missed. It could have been a much more comfortable game, but we just didn't get there. So the second half was just a bit more nervous than it should have been. And then the last few minutes, they had a really good shot. that deflected and
Do
Ryan
you
managed to
think-
save. So fair play to Shakhtar. They actually played pretty well in the second half. I have to give them some credit.
They didn't play well. They were garbage. They were trash. You allowed them to play football.
Go back and watch how they were triangles.
I
and,
watched the
they were
game.
very
I
hard
did
to
watch
get
along,
possession
and you
of
know
them.
that.
I think they did well.
I
And
think
Mo,
you did
honestly-
bad. That allowed them to play. You should have. You know, we're gonna go in circles here. I know that for a fact.
Mo,
We're
let
gonna
me-
go in
Mo, let me
circles.
You
ask
want me to panic about
Mo,
the second half?
Mo, let
I'm
me
gonna
ask you a question.
okay,
Mo.
hear me out then. Hear me out before you go on. People will say we shall see Sundays, right? The Al score. You said that.
Yeah.
But what if Arsenal have Saka back and still don't play the game and win with a corner or something? So that means, khalas, this is the signature thing, right? Is that what we
Yeah.
shall see? I want you, Martin, to tell me what do you if Saka's back
Okay.
and Timber is back, what do you want to see? What do you want to see from Arsenal?
As I said before, I don't care how we win. I'm not looking for style. This is not the time for style points. This is the time for like Premier League points. So
That's
if we
exactly how you
pass
should
the
be
bus
thinking, Martin.
and counterattack them, I'm not going to complain about that. Some people will, but I'm not in a position to.
No, that's how you should be exactly thinking, Mo. I was actually going to ask Mo, do you think that whoever scores first on Sunday, they'll be more defensive after that?
No. Yes. They will be more defensive after this. Yes,
Yeah,
100%. Whoever, I'm expecting the game to be a little bit like dragged out a little bit.
Yeah.
Arsenal like to drag things out. Let me just respond to a couple of things before people get upset. Bermuda Gunnar, he needs to trust Nwaneri for creativity. I said that yesterday. Why is the kid not being trusted? Why is he not being trusted to play? You are the one who made him the backup for Odegaard. Give him some minutes. Don't treat him as a youngster. A youngster is a third like choice or something. He isn't.
It's giving Skelly more minutes. Have you noticed that? It's giving Skelly more more minutes.
No, which is I
since
don't
he's come on.
understand.
Well, I like
And
Miles Lewis
AA,
Skelly. It's good to
let
see
me-
him come on.
Let me
Yeah.
reiterate again what I said. After the goal was scored, and I'm looking at it, Arsenal had 50% in the second half. Arsenal at home had less position than the opposition. Yes, you had shots on target, yes, but remember, they had 2 chances at the end. They could have drawn the game. You kept them in the game. That is what I don't like to see for my team.
Yeah,
You
but right now my
kept them
team
in the
has like people playing where they shouldn't be playing, or completely unfamiliar, or brand new players, or injured players. Everything's making us more disjointed.
I will
The
give
more
you
we
that if you
take
play
out-
a better team, Martin. But you're not
What's that?
playing a good team. I will give you this if you're playing a good team. That was not a good team. Shakhtar, he can't pass the ball around, bro. He can't pass the ball. In the first half, you made them look so mediocre that I was cussing their players. And in the second half, I'm being serious. I was watching the game. Shakhtar is dead. They are dead. This guy, what's his name, whatever his name is, I can't remember his name, Ronaldo. That's their best player, and he's a dead footballer, bro. He's dead, right? And you made them in the second half look good. And anyway, well, I don't know why people
So
take it too
did
hard.
they look good or not look good? You just said we made
They
them
looked
look
good. They looked good before you allowed them to have the ball. You
They
allowed
won. They
them.
won most of the duels. They were better than us. I have to say, we looked tired. We looked like disjointed. It wasn't a good second half. I don't think anyone will pretend that it was, but I think that they played well. I want to give Shakhtar credit. They're quite proud of how they played in that second half. It's like a national
Is there
pride
any
thing.
news on Calafiori? Is there any news on Calafiori today?
It's not good. The way he twisted his knee, it looks
Yeah.
like it could be another.
It doesn't look
2
good.
months
I
left
hope
in.
not. It doesn't look good. It looks
Yeah.
like an MCL. It doesn't look good.
No news, right? No news. coming
No.
today.
Edward is saying, Liverpool fan, I feel Chelsea will decide the league.
No.
No.
No,
Chelsea already
Martin's
lost.
right. Martin's
Well,
right.
if
It's
they
not
can
down.
beat
It's
Man
not
City,
down.
that'd be
This
great.
league will not be down decided between the big 6 clashes. Every team has got a factor in this title. Last season, it was Villa cost Arsenal the league. They beat them twice. Villa beat Arsenal twice. Fulham beat them.
Yeah,
It's not going to
100%.
be. But season before, it was Brighton, Southampton, West Ham. It's going to be. Martin's right. You can't. Well, I can't remember which Martin said now, so I do apologize. But it's the rest of this whole league now. You can't look at Forest now. Look what they went up to Anfield and won 1-0. Fulham dumped on Newcastle the other week, 3-1. Palace held us, and Forest held us to a draw. You know what I mean? Spurs we got beaten by Brighton 3-2, being 2-0 up. You cannot you cannot take your foot off the gas. You have to crush teams in this league or be really defensively sound, like Liverpool are. You have to just do it. Look at Everton. Everton are on a comeback thing. Do you know what I mean? They're on a comeback tour at the moment. You know, it's just one of those things. You look at Wolves against City. They nearly held out and got a draw. Do you know what I mean? It's just you cannot take anyone for granted in this league at the moment. Maybe Southampton. Maybe you could take them for granted because of the way they play. But even like going away to Ipswich, right? You can't take anyone for granted. You know what I mean? Everyone, yeah, the top 6 sides should always be favourites, no problem, right? But you know, if Arsenal are going to look at the weekend against Bournemouth, anything can happen for Arsenal. They were favourites going into that game. Look what happened. You just cannot take anyone for granted whatsoever. You have to crush them. And you got a chance.
No, we might be seeing Zinchenko versus Salah again this weekend, so that'll be a good reunion for the people.
We'll see how it goes. Well, listen, people, this has been a good stream. Everything is cool. We're all right. Yeah. Calm down. Everything is calm. This is going to take you to MHF where myself and HUSAM are going live in about half an hour. Back-to-back streams. I'm going to thank everyone that joined us. Thank you, Martin. Thank you, Winter Surfer. Thank Martin for joining. And hope Jamie Phillips is good. Big up everybody that joined. Guys, can we get to 300 likes? We're less than 50 likes away from 300 likes. Hit that like button, people. Let's get to 300 likes. MHF will be fire. It'll be amazing. Go there, subscribe, like the video before you go. And I'll see you guys on the other side, to be honest.
Be nice to each other.
Yes.